They're listening.
Daniel, if it'll make you feel better, Daniel, if it'll make you feel better, you can call me on Signal, and then I'll say everything you say to these people. But it'll make you feel better because it's through Signal.
just tell us.
You won't say anything.
You know how there's like gender affirming surgeries? This is social media affirming communication.
The ghost of Henderson is haunting Daniel.
And then he mutes again as if he's telling the police officer next to him everything he hears. And he's speaking in Armenian. He learned it just for this.
he's talking to Azamat Bagatov.
Azamat Bagatov, yes.
No, he's talking to his lawyer, Jake Rothstein. Rothstein.
I think you mean Jake Rothschild.
Jake Rothschild.
Okay.
I don't know why you're so silent, Daniel. Like you're
no,
all
Daniel. I don't know why you get off saying, "Oh, I don't trust any of you here." It's fine, but then you're the one who keeps muting every other minute.
Yeah, I don't think we should trust.
As if you're relaying information to someone.
Also, Daniel, you're also
like Seslov next to you with a it's as if you have Seslov next to you with a gun on your head and he's gathering all the info.
I'm at the gunpoint, guys.
Daniel, it's
Just
also
say-
like you're
Daniel,
also...
flex your pecs twice if you're in danger.
Daniel, also, you're very untrustworthy because you're like, oh, I'm not talking to Seslov anymore. The next...
And also because you have a massive nose.
Yeah, like, months later, you start, like, going to the woods with him and chanting, like, in tongues. And now, like, you're aiding a fugitive. You're aiding a criminal.
Daniel, you're knowledgeable of the Bible, right? Are you aware of what the Tower of Babel was?
Yes.
Sure you know what it is. Yes, they tried to build to God, and God said no, and confounded their language. This is what happens. You become like the confounded language. If any atheist says, "Oh, no way that could happen," just look in the commune that doesn't exist and watch Daniel speak his tongues.
Guys, from my understanding, someone in this chat sent a shit ton of proof to the district. Like, forgive me if I'm
what makes you think it would be me, Daniel? Because anything that Seslov has said, I probably said something half as bad.
I didn't say it's you.
Oh, good.
Daniel, are you worried that they're going after you, or
you
that
haven't
one
done
of us is
anything
going to
wrong,
go after
right?
you? Daniel, you're not the one who's like threatening to crack my skull and castrate Marie. Like,
Daniel, what
I'm
have you
sorry,
done?
There's no reason to go after you. I have you at my house and feed you shroom burgers. Why? Oh no, the whole thing, my whole relationship with you was a government psyop to get every Russian person at BHS expelled. Ooh.
And so you can feed people shroom burgers laced with estrogen.
Yeah,
What are you doing to me? I've first been interrogated by those guys, and now you guys.
No,
What is this next?
No, dude, we're not interrogating you. We're just trying to figure out
that's
why
what they said. That's what they said. They said it's not an interrogation; it's an interview.
You're crazy.
But this isn't an interview. This is a conversation.
What is wrong with you?
No.
Daniel, I just want you, like, for 1 second if I don't get interrupted. There's no reason for me or anyone here to say anything to you. You've been nothing but, like, upstanding. Like, I mean, other than, like, the old men at the country club looking at you weird because you're a brown man in a country club. Like, other than that, you've done nothing wrong.
Other than being brown, okay.
Yeah, like, Dan, I've taken you places, I've fed you, I've let you sleep in my home, I've tucked you in, I've given you a kiss goodnight. Like, come on, like, Daniel, like, there is literally zero reason for me or anyone else.
Okay, guys, what do I answer to the question if I get asked? Have you sucked off Cole Krakowski? How do I answer that question?
We all know it's yes.
Do I have to be honest about it?
They ask you that.
Yes. Not yet. I think
Daniel, I think you know what the answer has to be. It's going to have to be a strong, emphatic yes and.
Yes, and then he shoved a shroom burger down my throat.
What do you care what consenting adults do in their bedroom?
I think we got sidetracked. Daniel, I want you to try and convince me that I should purge my account right now.
No, wait, Harish, can I go through, like, first why none of us actually are gonna go after Dan or Den? Because it seems like both of them think we're gonna go after them.
Well, I don't think there's any convincing them because they are Russian and they're by their nature
I
paranoid.
have a feeling that if any of you go after any one of each other, this is gonna be like a total war.
Okay. Totale Kriegs. Yes.
Totale Krieg, yeah.
But okay, number one, Trevor and I are not going after each other outside of Discord arguments because Trevor got all the screenshots, right? There's no reason. Oh no, he's secretly a triple agent.
Okay. So let me get this straight. So Trevor's the one who submitted the screenshots.
No, he just got them.
Yeah, he baited Cesov into sending them.
Who submitted the screenshots?
Okay, listen. Cole sent them. I got them.
Yeah.
I'm so lost.
Trevor got
really
the
simple.
Here. I'll go through
really
the timeline of events.
Okay, let's go.
Trevor and I and like sort of Harish all have been conspiring for months over this. It started with the commune raid, quote unquote. Then you told him about that.
That was really not a good idea.
It was not a good idea, Daniel. That's your fault.
That spiraled him. And then you keep telling him more things, which makes him more paranoid and schizophrenic, which just snowballs into a completely bigger issue. This would not have happened if you had not told him. Do
you know why you don't trust anyone? Do you know why you don't trust anyone here? Because you have been nothing but untrustworthy through this whole situation.
Okay, wait. I must say, when Cesov first tried to join the server, I continued to ban him. And Cole was the one who wanted to be his friend. Like,
because at the time, Cesov wasn't like this. Like, he was like...
I warned you. Did I not warn you?
He was like me and freshman year, right?
Harish, can the ASB president pardon himself or the other people? Can he ask Cora Haggerty for a presidential pardon?
Yeah, because of course Cora Haggerty is going to pardon himself.
Okay.
Yes.
So Daniel, there's no reason for Trevor to go after you because he doesn't even fucking know you. So there's no reason for him to go after you.
You haven't done anything wrong either, have you?
Yeah, no. I mean, other than conversing with Cesov, which I don't agree with, but I'm not gonna stop you.
It's not
other than funny jokes.
Yeah, than epic throne. I watched you scramble for coins the other day, looking for enough money to fucking pay for that pizza.
Even though you had your Ridge wallet and $300 worth of cash in your pocket, and $300 worth of cash in your pocket, which you carried at first time.
Guys, let me give you
yen. That was it.
Okay, let me just for a second give you an image of what's going to happen, right? Say you okay, you don't want to go after me. Say you want to go after Cesov, right? Say you collect all these screenshots and you cherry pick them and then get them to like.
We didn't cherry pick them. I sent
everything. I don't like cherry pick because that's what Shane says.
Flabbergasted.
The only thing I could remove was Cesov doing pull-ups. Like a video of him just doing pull-ups.
How dare you remove the one good thing?
I sent the instructions from Microsoft Paint on how to make ammonia gas bombs. I sent the screenshots of him threatening to do physical harm multiple times over. I keep farting.
That's funny.
Mexican food.
Yeah, me too. Kochi gave me taco with beans.
And I just sent whatever. But then you didn't do anything. Like this plan has been going on since the battle at BIS. Just after that, this whole thing started. Where Trevor...
What battle at BIS? There was no battle at BIS. It never happened.
That never happened. It never happened.
That video of the battle is a deep fake, and I did not take it. And it's not on my phone somewhere, and I will not send it.
I think Henderson took it. I'm gonna be honest.
Henderson made the AI model.
Yeah, but
okay. So what do you guys? Okay, do you guys want to say that like
all giving Cesov cunnilingus was deep fake?
So like
Daniel,
okay.
The whole thing has not been real since after that fight. Basically, the whole thing about ridding the commune, BB gun, I said potato cannon. I said Ben Herman Engineering was gonna build a potato cannon to shoot
makes sense.
Seslov with. And then I said I was gonna strap cardboard to it to make a little tank.
Yeah.
Dude, who would believe that?
I mean that's still technology matching his like above.
Oh, do you think we should
No, that's
delete
much
the
higher in the
entire...
skill tree. But I would like to say, Dan, that basically ever since like post the fight, it's kind of more been about like because we didn't actually think Seslov was gonna be violent to
I
begin
did.
with. Well, you did, but you weren't there yet. Me and Harish did.
I'm gonna delete this 4chan link I sent.
Yeah, maybe you should do that. But
Maybe I should delete the image of a Minecraft swastika.
when
Right
we
after
were
this
at
class.
my
No sentence should start with that, Harish.
Den,
Something has gone terribly wrong.
Dan, when you and Dan were at my house and we're doing the thing with the risk pieces, that was more for fun in like a theoretical sense.
Yeah.
But also
Keep
like
it down. Keep it down.
was
Don't
to
let my parents hear.
It was to keep you away from it. In fact, I'm actually developing like a fucking board game around that idea at this point because I liked it a lot.
Raid the commune, the game.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be called.
Are you gonna raid the commune? You have two sides to play on.
No, there's two. It's a game called Commune Raid, and there's DLC for the D-Tech campus.
I'm deleting
Harish
the
is
Find the
the
Pickle channel.
hero character.
Guys,
What you're
I'm
The
doing?
which
deleting
channel?
the Find the Pickle channel.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
delete the Find the Pickle channel. I don't care.
don't like
that one's
that.
weird.
Oh, should I delete the Seslop thinks you're pretty
No,
best
don't
channel?
delete that. Everything's logged.
The most recent image has a Minecraft
Harish,
April
Harish, I
structure
found out-
that looks like
Harish-
a swastika.
Okay,
And I
it
added-
doesn't
I found
even
an
look
issue.
like that.
It does. If you just
If you
Fucking idiot. I
squint
said-
at it,
no, if I saw it immediately.
I didn't think that. Anyway,
Harish.
continue.
You sent a funny word in this chat.
Which chat?
This chat, in general.
Wait, just rename it, guys. Just
General?
rename it.
Yeah.
What word did I send in general?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did say the N word in full.
Conclusion. Okay, so Dan, can you also relay this to Dan? Neither of you are in any sort of danger from me, especially because the worst that I've seen is Dan say the N word in a single chat. But other than that, he's not really done anything, and you've definitely not done anything. Well, unless Dan shows up into my house with a fucking war horse and screaming "Ta ta ta, go game," and then like.
What is this, Harish? It's the Bashar al-Assad video. That's
Guys,
so funny.
I have a feeling that if you start going down the line, okay, yeah, sure, you don't want to do anything to me. Do you want to do something to Seslov?
Yes, that was the whole goal of everything we've done.
How come everyone here is worried about getting in trouble except Seslov because he's already through? How does that work?
I don't know.
Seslov
I wish
just
I
doesn't
do.
care. He knows he has the commune to go back on. It's like Nikita. Nikita was like, I don't care about school, Dad. I don't care if I get kicked out. I have crypto. And then he lost all his money.
Okay, I'm also gonna delete "Suck a Nigga Dick" old TikTok song.
I would
idea.
go into the mute and
And also the 9/11 conspiracy theory
Hey, now you
explained. and
deleted
understood. I'll leave
Okay.
the image of Joshua Jude though.
So, guys, do you think if you go after Seslov, and then there's like, and then he starts going back after you or whatever you've done, because you've made jokes, right? You've been caught on this before, Cole, right? And whatever the commune raid was, whether it was a joke or not, you think none of you are getting in trouble? Is that the idea?
I'm not getting in trouble because
The
I've never
idea
done or
is
said
that
anything
everything's
racist
already
on a
said.
chat before.
You're underwater, Cole.
What about
Amateur.
Cole?
Leave the ocean.
What about Cole himself?
Oh yeah, cool
I've
stuff.
been very careful within the last
Cole, question: can I clear the log channel?
No, don't
Yeah,
clear
clear the
that.
log.
No, don't
Because
clear
it has
that.
the N word.
That's the point.
Oh, the end
None
of
of us said it.
Oh yeah, sure, but the point is for you to see it. But I don't need other people seeing it.
because,
Like
all
say,
it says
if
on servers are in there.
Daniel's suspicions are right and they find
Can we
the
delete
N-word,
in-depth conversation?
Wait, let me go and look at it. I like.
That's- No, looks like you're talking to yourself because Seslov deleted everything. You're classing yourself. It's like 3 classes in here. It's like 3 alt accounts.
fuck it.
Okay, I'll just put it this way. I mean, guys,
Joshua Judy.
like if you want to continue discussing this, I'm down to discuss it in person from here on. I don't know.
Excuse me, I don't trust that because I feel like Sezlov's gonna wait around a corner and shoot me. He's gonna.
No, he's not gonna shoot you. That's not
a fan of guns.
He likes
sticks.
He's gonna lone shooter Kostya. He's gonna lone shooter Kostya.
If you would like to continue this conversation, I would be pleased to in the
Inclined to
PHS
do it on
guidance
Signal chat.
in the PHS counseling room.
Yeah, please turn into the dark. If you'd like to continue this conversation, please turn into the dark corner with no cameras on this street.
I think is it like are you serious?
That's a joke because
I'm not meeting you in
VHS
person like right now because I feel like Sezlov is gonna lone shooter Kostya and shoot me from the hill and blame it on Kostya who has a different gun somewhere else.
I mean, I need to come to your house. I need to get your lock, my lock.
Your Cess lock? No.
My lock.
The Cess lock. Oh god.
Well, I think every time Daniel mutes, we should just deafen him. There's a feature, verify and unverify member. There's verify member and unverify member.
Daniel, have you ever heard of this really
How many
cool
recordings
thing
do you
called
have on your hard drive?
Push to talk?
Yeah, just push to
Sorry.
talk.
Yeah, push
What
to
about
talk.
the-
That's what they all say.
Yeah, that's what the cop told me. Push to talk.
Anyway. Point being, Daniel, like, no, Sezlov legitimately cannot go after me over anything. He can try and claim, oh, the raid. There's no written messages that he has to prove that. That's number one. And I know you're gonna do the like when I was like, oh yeah, Kostya's not gonna eat me alive. You and Dan looked at each other and started like giggling. No, he doesn't. I mean, unless you fed him something, which is just you being retarded.
No.
Oh, don't say that word.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's really offensive to me.
You being special.
Slow.
Slow. So, I mean, Dan, unless you fed him physical, like, texts, no.
Physical text? What do you mean physical
Yeah,
text?
did you send him any text?
No.
Exactly. You told him, oh, there's gonna be commune raid, and that's basically it.
Why the fuck are you putting me in the middle of this? I do not want to participate in this. What the fuck have you guys done?
You and Dan are the ones texting me about this, like, freaking out. Like, you're not in danger. Like, you could stay out of it for all I care. I'm still gonna show up to your birthday and give you money and a bunch of, like, random tea that I got in Japan.
Oh, no. Where the fuck did Cole go? Oh, it's not him.
Birthday
Do you know what
it's closed now.
Coco, by the time we get to my birthday, half the school's gonna be in prison.
Like, Dan, I need to, like, really express this. There is no reason for me to go after you.
No, I got that part. I mean, even if I'm not worried about myself, like, you know, I don't really want you or Seslov to get fucked over. Does that come across as anything?
He's literally insane. He needs to go to an asylum. Like, I'm not kidding. That kid needs to seek mental health treatment. Like, he is off his rocker. Are you not even like...
You think they're gonna send him to a mental asylum?
They're definitely gonna make him fucking do something. He's not gonna just like sit there. I mean, like, he's at least getting a therapist.
No. Say they'll suspend him. What's gonna happen after that?
What do you mean? The government's gonna fucking force him to get a therapist. And go on meds too. If he has schizophrenia, like everyone's saying, he's going on meds.
I'm in suspension.
Dan, they're not gonna just suspend Seslov.
Right.
They're gonna. Did you say they're gonna kill him? They're gonna hang him. No,
they're gonna lynch him.
They're gonna get Connor Lynch to Connor Lynch him.
Yeah, Connor Lynch really wants to be my friend now. He says, Dan, are you the Russian guy who carried the cross? I'm really proud of you. I'm on your side, bro. This is so fucking funny.
Okay.
He said this is outrageous. They can't suppress your religious beliefs like that. I'm like, Connor, it wasn't me. He's like, no, we all know it's you, Dan. We all know it's you. I'm like, oh, fucking hell.
Okay. Dan, just don't feed Seslov anything else, okay? It literally makes everything worse. Like, seriously, this whole like schizo shit definitely stemmed from you telling him about the commune raid, the quote-unquote commune raid that was not going to happen because I told people to spend their own money on something, and
You do understand that? You do understand what position you're putting me in right now, right?
What? You say nothing. You go neutral. And don't
What do you mean say nothing? They call me in. What do I say?
Say
Nothing. Say nothing.
Nothing.
Can I call Dmitry Karkovsky's lawyer, please? Yes.
Maybe you could start whistling at them. That'll help.
Shlomo Sheckelstein. Yeah, no, sure.
Ever since Emmett Till, like, it's okay to whistle at people. They won't
Dan,
reach you this time.
more than just you and I don't know if Dan got pulled in, but Dan.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
I know more than you two got pulled in. Like, I mean.
No, the guy pulling us in was pulling in at the same time, and he goes, "What's your name?" He's like, "Dan." "What's your name?" "Dan." He's like stares at us for a second there.
Okay, I also like Dan. Seriously, did you send any sort of physical texts of me saying? I doubt you have any text implying about a raid, but did you send any text to Seslov about this?
No.
No?
Yeah. No.
Okay. Just from now, at this point, I want you to relay the same message to Dan. Just stay out of it. Just, like, legitimately, stay out of it. Don't get involved. Don't tell Seslov anything. That makes everything worse. Do you want, like, I don't know, Trevor to be found gutted on the side of the road, like in Daly City?
That's gonna take a lot of work.
Yeah, that's gonna take a lot of fucking work.
Okay, well,
I don't really know Trevor. I haven't even met him in person.
you want to see him flayed and Seslov wearing him like a
No,
swimsuit.
it's gonna be Seslov found on the road with 52 bullet wounds.
Well, yeah, Trevor do pull up and he do be packing though, but like, cause he loco like that, But still, like, do you want any like physical like injuries or deaths on your hands?
If you guys get him suspended, I think there will be no physical injuries.
Oh no, he's gonna not get suspended. He's gonna get a fucking mental health specialist, analyze him, put him on meds, and then send him to a therapist. And
What makes you think? What makes you think that's gonna happen? Do you have like Miss Malcolm bribed or something?
What else is gonna happen? What government's gonna fix him?
Why wouldn't they suspend him? That's the question.
Oh no, they're definitely going to fucking suspend him.
Suspend and therapist.
Yeah, it's not one or the other. It's most likely going to be both.
Well, I mean, I know in your life, understanding the suspension is just like a thing because it doesn't really impact you.
What the fuck are you talking about? I had like Shlomo Sheckelstein my way out of them. And by the way, you see, I couldn't have got out of them if D-Tech wasn't so bad at filing papers. They put the wrong name on my paper. They put Grant Sloan on my thing. Other than not Cole Krakowski, they put Grant Sloan.
I know it doesn't impact you because you don't really care for that. But there's people planning to go to universities, right?
Yeah, he's not going anywhere. He goes out to the woods and covers himself in mud.
What makes you think he doesn't keep up with his studies?
He's going to the University of India. That's where he's going to because he wants to be a Hindu Nazi.
Okay, listen. This is my input.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
No. You don't just get to fucking interrupt me. Hold on.
Yeah, no, Trevor.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was Cole talking.
No. Yeah, it's perfectly acceptable to interrupt Cole, but not me. Anyway, I think that if Seslov wanted to go to a university or something like that, if he wanted to go places in his life, he shouldn't have been such a fucking schizophrenic maniac and made all the threats to fucking.
He shouldn't have been schizophrenic like it's a choice.
It is a choice.
He's not like being gay.
Maybe he'll get community college.
Being schizophrenic is the same. Is also a choice. If being gay is a choice, then being schizophrenic is a choice.
Daniel, he has literally said that I have nothing left to lose. I'll probably be expelled tomorrow. Dude, he does not care about his studies.
No. Also, before this, Harish, remember when we...
Maybe he likes learning, but he does not care about his studies.
Oh, yeah, he even told me he doesn't care if he gets arrested by the police.
Yeah, no, Dan, he's gone off the deep end. Like, I mean, one suspension might actually save him rather than harm him. Sure, he's not going to be going to fucking Harvard, but I doubt he was going there in the first place.
Daniel, saying that he shouldn't be suspended because I won't do anything, that's like you saying, oh, parents shouldn't hit their children. That doesn't do anything. Do you believe that? Of course you don't. So why would you believe that the suspension would do anything either?
I can see only negative consequences in this given scenario.
Negative consequences for who?
Daniel, would you say that you getting beat as a child resulted in a negative consequence? No, you wouldn't, because you are a narcissist and you cannot admit your flaws. Therefore, it's gonna work.
I do have to say there are flaws to that, you know? The system isn't that perfect.
Yeah, because, you know, as we know, the whole system is rigged and we all know the riggers.
Me, Shlomo Shackelstein.
Okay, I have a counter proposal. How about we get me cleared out of this chat once again, and then we go study for English essay.
No, Dan.
Definitely do English essay, but first I want you and Cole Stroke Trevor to get me settled. Should I cleanse my account or should I leave it as is?
You should leave it.
Why are you asking us?
Because you're opposite ends of the spectrum. If you argue with each other, then that might argue
Okay,
itself.
let me give you my worst case scenario. Okay, and then Cole can give his. My worst case scenario: shit gets to court. Shit gets to court, and then they have a public trial. And then on that public trial, they show like they get the files. They'll get the data from Discord, straight from Discord, and they scroll through the messages. And somewhere
Can
in
they
those
do that
messages-
without notifying me?
Yeah. Well, you might be there as a witness, but that's not a fact.
Okay.
And they go through the messages, and in those messages, there will be a funny word from you, or Cole, or anyone else. And then you're like, no job.
That's not grounds for arrest. And also,
It's not arrest, but it's already out.
Findings aren't already, like publicized. There aren't going to be fucking news articles about some kid saying the N-word. Okay?
Also, first of all, going to court is never going to happen. That's baseline. Like, first of all, the whole commune raid thing, sure, Sezov could say, oh, they plan to raid commune, but then he has to admit to have a commune. That's number one. Then he has to, like, they kind of have to go there, right? They got to check out what's there, and then they're going to find all the weapons and the fucking sulfur that he mined out of the ground and, like, everything. Like, they're going to find all that. And number two, he has no screenshots, based off what you said at least, so they can't go off based off an assumption.
Also, I don't think Discord screenshots are admissible in court, so...
They are not admissible because they can be doctored.
Exactly.
Although you can use message IDs.
Yeah.
Because those can't be doctored. But, yeah. Screenshots themselves, no. You would have had to taken them very recently.
No. Stop.
And even, actually, no, that wouldn't even work. You'd need it verified.
Stop.
Like, with the ID. Okay. Fine, let's not go to extremes, Daniel. No worst case scenario. Let's go.
I understand.
I mean, why wouldn't you prepare for the worst case scenario?
Because Daniel, if I get a letter in my mailbox saying I'm summoning to court, I'm deleting my account immediately. That's a given.
You think that's gonna help you at that point?
No, but you know.
But you know.
You know. Fine, but Daniel, you can prepare for the worst case scenario, everything, but sometimes you just have to let live and accept some risk.
I say we all just move on. Just go about our normal fucking daily lives and see what happens. Because I don't think anything.
That's not very easy when you get called in one of your classes for 2 hours.
Dan, you can...
Yeah, for you 2 hours, Daniel. For me, no.
Dan.
It was missing one. It was missing Spanish. That was it.
Dan. Seriously, like, you and Dan just stay out of it. Just literally just walk away. You don't have to be involved.
Yeah. Then just basically, if they call you in again, just keep your mouth shut. And you didn't do anything wrong yourself, so there's no reason to be afraid.
Daniel. Fine, not taking into account worst case. Medium case. They call me in again and want to question me. Then say your case.
Okay.
Because you should be able to defend yourself without using extremes.
Act like the Nazis, like Cecil.
I mean, without using the extremes, if they do end up somehow getting access to any of those messages, they'd have a talk with you.
Why would they get access to them? How would they get access to them?
I don't know. How many people do you have in Interscope?
You don't know. You can't.
Like how
you can't
how did they
take
get
action.
access? No. How did they get access to what Cole said back in G-Tech?
That was
Because D-Tech is
Because
fucking
there was someone who
shitty school.
infiltrated that server.
Yeah.
Someone
I
watched
wonder
him
if
do
that
it.
can happen again.
but there's nothing on.
Yeah, it won't because it's direct messages.
I'd say that D-Tech probably goes a lot further when it comes to fucking Discord than
Yeah, no,
VHS.
sorry.
And also,
I do believe
Daniel, it
VHS
also
understeps,
should be
but-
noted. I don't think there's anyone in here from BHS, otherwise I would have been pulled in a long time ago. And I've deleted all my stuff with Seslov. So anyone else, I don't think is under investigation. So I don't see why they would try to get in there.
I love the them calling me. It's like, Dan, you're not in
Only
trouble.
thing
You just need to ask you a couple
only-
questions.
Daniel, only thing possible, the police asked Discord for my access. But Cole thinks that's never gonna happen.
Well, it's never gonna happen because number one, the racism shit in freshman year at D-Tech, they quote unquote like got the police involved, and the police did nothing. They
No, but
both
no,
the police
no,
and the school
but,
called
but
Discord and nothing happened. No response.
well, the police called them.
I think so, or at least that's what D-Tech was
Okay.
claiming.
If the police call them, then I believe you. If they told the police and wanted the police to call them but didn't, that's different. The police are already in this.
Okay.
Like basically they're not, first of all, it's like also like the similar, I feel like similar situation to like, you know how with Apple like won't hand
Yeah,
out the password to like a phone.
Like school shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's like
But no, but that's Apple because Apple centers themselves around securing
no, but
their
a
users.
lot
Of
of
course,
companies do that.
they like to gather all the data for themselves. Discord is owned by a Chinese company. Not majority, but the
Why would
plurality.
China help them? Yeah, why would China help them? Tencent is gonna help Seslov get the set free.
Yes, because that was not very cost
we need
socialist.
can you add Dan into the VC?
Okay, well he needs to
No,
have an
'cause
agency.
he would need to get Discord again.
Oh, he's here.
I
He
gave
is
him a
here.
role. He has to join a VC and then I can move him in.
He says he has the muted role.
No, he doesn't anymore. I removed it.
His channel's full.
Yeah, just join a different one and we'll drag him in.
Have him try now.
Yeah, okay, just drag him in now.
Okay.
He's muted himself.
Yeah, he's also under gunpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Did you relay what I said? Dan.
What?
Did you relay what I said?
It was a very short summary. By the way, Dan can't talk right now.
Oh, okay.
He has some noise at home.
Okay, well, Dan, I just want to say that none of us were going against you from the beginning. Like, none of us were even remotely going after you or Dan. Like, you guys weren't involved in this, really. Basically, you know, there was the whole haha funny says of commune raid thing, right? And then you guys decided to tell him. And then there was the battle at BIS. And I say battle in quotations. It was more like humping on the ground and me sticking my hand down Sezlov's pants. And then...
Don't forget to mention that when you get called in.
Yeah. And then, after that, there was... immediately after that whole thing, the whole idea of a commune raid was scrapped. And not to mention that it probably wouldn't have happened in the first place because it required other people paying money for something. And, you know, other people are... not gonna do that. So, you know, basically it was never gonna happen in the first place.
Yeah, because we're not all rich like you, Cole.
It was like $15 for a Nerf.
I don't care. We're not rich like you.
Anyway, point being, it was most likely never gonna happen in the first place. Then, straight after, I'm pretty sure even while me and Harish were talking, walking back to the train station, we started talking about how we're definitely not fucking doing the raid now. Because Seslov is crazy. And
Because I told you about the fucking shit he said.
Harish told me about that before you. You just confirmed it.
Well, yeah, but you told me yourself that you didn't fucking believe it.
I didn't believe it because Dan also had said it, and so I don't really believe.
Yeah, I know. But when I confirmed it, basically, then
they
that
said, "Kostya, we're gonna rip my guts out and then eat me alive." Like Jabba the Hutt or something like that.
Jabba the Jew.
Yeah, Jabba the Jew.
Okay, Dennis is responding.
Jabba the Lord.
Actually, wait. Sorry. Don't tell.
Point is,
what do you mean? It was your fault for telling Sezlov. Don't tell Sezlov.
no, that was kind of you.
What do you mean it was obvious? I kept it within like my group of people. So I didn't say it anywhere in inner school.
Alright, well, if you're using that logic, Dan, then it's inevitable that we were gonna tell the school about fucking Seslov's shit.
Oh, also the day that you and Dan were over at the table. Yeah, but
we didn't fuck anyone. The only person we were intending to fuck was Seslov. Every single screenshot that we have is on him only. If you guys didn't do anything wrong, then... If you didn't do anything wrong, then there's nothing to worry about.
Battle of the Jewish logic.
Can you make voice context private for now?
Yeah, I guess. No, it could.
But no, you can just chat in the VC chat. That's that feature.
That's a feature.
Harish, can you just lock out voice context for now? Okay.
Alright.
So I just want to say, Dan, that basically after the fight at BIS, all plans of a commune raid were scrapped. Me and Harish talked about reporting Sazlov, but we didn't really have any, thing to report him with, right? I think about a week later, a week later, you and Dan came over. And then you told me about how Kostya was going to eat me alive, etc., etc. And then a couple days after that, Trevor calls me confirming what you said, right? Then at this point, me and Harish really kind of started swinging into action. Trevor started collecting all those screenshots. And then basically from there, it just like snowballed, at least with information gain. You guys came over. I knew I couldn't tell you that we were going to get screenshots and do an epic throw and tell the school. Because you would have just told Seslov, and Seslov would have come over and firebombed my house. So basically...
Go. Let me get this straight. Because of your epic troll, now instead of doing our final assignments in the last few weeks of school with little time left and preparing for tests, we're gonna have 4-hour interviews on a daily basis.
Daily basis? Who said daily basis?
Because that's what's happening to everyone else who's involved.
Dan, yeah, sure, I should.
Okay, well, no.
This, but...
Danny, you can't say daily basis. This is the first day I've been pulled in.
And the rest of them have been pulled in for a while. It's just they were waiting until they could actually get their hands on Seslov.
And that sucks for you. Well, no, they were getting pulled in because they actually did something.
Listen, the only thing I can agree on with Dan and Den is that the fucking Seslov commune raid, it was dumb. It's dumb as fuck. We shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, it was definitely dumb from the start. I knew that. I even
but
said that.
Seslov's response was equally as dumb and required some sort of action.
Only action was required after you guys told them about the commune raid. That kind of,
That did put a sort of kibosh on it.
Like,
I don't care if the attention is on me. The police can go and search my shit. I don't have anything.
This is mutually assured destruction.
You have edibles.
It's not assured destruction
it is.
Because there's no evidence that Sezlov has, unless you guys send him something. What does he have, Dan? What does he have?
No, what does he have?
Oh, he's not going to tell me because he's like going to do a Ty Gammon and be like, it's too important to tell you. He has something, but I can't tell you. It's very important right now. I'm 10 times when I lied to you about the entire fight, basically, or the entire raid. That was like a fun exercise with the little
In line,
moving
preparing
of
for an
the-
investigation.
Yeah, no, it was a fun exercise in moving the little pieces around to the point where I was like, I should make a board game around this. But it was mostly to divert you away because at that time, and I can go and check the logs of when that transpired. Trevor was texting me about the raid, or no, sorry, not about the raid, about Senslov saying all this stuff, man. Like I was literally, he was collecting it, and I was drawing you away from that because if I had any eyes towards, I don't know, anything Seslov said, then or anything Trevor got from Seslov, then it would have been game over, right? Also, I want to point out how do you think I got that video of the Seslov like commune presentation video?
Oh yeah, that he
What
said
is it?
that to me.
What is this like evil villain review moment? It's like,
really
it's like
evil
I was the
villain
mastermind behind all of this.
No, it was literally just me lying. Not even like a lot. I just said, "Oh, actually, we are doing a raid," but then wasn't. It's not like some Marcello freshman scheming. It's like, you know, like it's pretty. I just said we're doing one thing, but we actually did the other thing. Like, you. What do you mean?
Please define what you mean by you fucked everyone over. Who is getting in trouble here other than Sesov?
Getting pulled into a meeting means nothing.
Well, at a minimum now.
Also, weren't you gonna get pulled into a meeting for carrying, I don't know, a giant 6
No,
foot
Cole.
cross
At the minimum,
in the air?
at the minimum, me and Dan had our reputation destroyed in front of all our teachers because they think we're involved with all of this, and all our teachers fucking hate us now. Probably to some
Then
extent.
clear it up. Tell them that you didn't.
It doesn't matter that we had nothing to do with the cross. Dan, we're Russian.
Daniel, I don't know why you're acting like that super racist. towards me. No,
Miss Bellis is
that is
like
not.
avoiding eye contact with me now.
Okay, I want to point out, Den, don't you like argue with your teachers and made one of them cry about like you saying like something like about black people?
That was freshman year when you was being too based.
No response.
I feel like
No, sorry, Daniel. I think you're overreacting and you're pretending like they're being racist to you, and they're not.
their first goal is to get Discord log.
And also, they're not wrong.
No,
Being
Harish, that's not my
associated
concern.
with them.
You see, Harish, I have an
Well, it's
opportunity to
actually
get out. Let me get this straight. My tactic, who's that, Teddy? My tactic of going through school properly is even if I don't do shit properly, I can talk it over with my teachers and can figure it out the way. Now, if my reputation
Yeah,
from
that's
those
a
teachers
bad
is bad,
strategy, Daniel, because then you're relying on people liking you, and no one has an obligation to like you.
I have control over people. I have control over the.
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
realizing this point is
Also,
falling,
notice how
it's crumbling.
notice how Seslov, or sorry, not Seslov, Torben and Harish got pulled in, and neither of their reputations are destroyed. Maybe because you've said pretty base things in the past, they're just gonna make an assumption that
Yeah,
it's
Senor
pretty base
Martinez.
again.
My reputation for Senor Martinez is fine, and my reputation for Miss Ballas is fine. I literally said hi to her, and then she said hi back to me very enthusiastically. That's not something that Shane would do. And and my leadership teacher also likes me. I mean, even Miss Carter likes me, and she was the one interviewing me.
Harish, you have the soul of an 80-year-old man.
Yes, like I'm fine.
Just like Mr. Y. Mr. Y called Anna Sieben Sir today. Very funny. Daniel, do you find that amusing?
I need to have Mr. Y. I need to have Mr. Y.
Mr. Y called Anna
I need
Sieben Sir. He said,
Y.
Sir, do not leave the classroom. You did not get bathroom pass. And Anna Stevens like, Sir? What do you mean, Sir? Sir, excuse me? Oh my god. But, point being, Dan and Dan, your reputations are not ruined. And if you think they're so ruined, you can literally talk to the teacher. But I highly doubt that any of them have changed their opinion, considering Harish, the very strange, threatening, dangerous individual he is. His teachers still like him.
Also, Dan, how are they gonna get Discord look? I would like you to tell me that, because Both Cole and Trevor are claiming it's not going to happen, and Cole has precedence for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but D-Tech made a request, and they ignored it.
Twice.
So why would they
They did
respond
it
this?
twice.
I mean, I guess there's the argument that this
Also-
situation is a little bit more serious than the fucking racism in the D-Tech freshman server or whatever. But still,
Well, for
I
Seslov,
find
it
it
is, but also-
highly unlikely that the police are actually going to
with
fucking do
Seslov
anything
stuff,
about
unless
the
they
Discord
directly said. By the way, I also want to point out I literally banned the Discord account off of this server. They cannot view it directly.
What do you mean I banned the Discord account off of this server, motherfucker?
You can't ban the fucking
I don't know
devs of the
exactly
app
how-
from looking at a server.
I
What are
don't
you
know
talking about?
exactly how it works, but you're able to ban it. So basically, if a server gets reported or some other system, basically
Your best
they have
take is
to
for
do a
both of you,
manual
Seslav
build
and him, to
can't
play it off
use
as
the
a
bot.
joke. I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, have we even tried testing that?
I mean,
Yeah, let's test it out.
D-Tech did report it and nothing happened. So
Cole, well, if that works, then how come at least 6 different Thug Irony servers I'm in have been TOS'd when they could have just done that and been
well,
fine?
did they do it? Did they know about that?
Well, they probably
You
did.
find
Because
some fucking
they
secret
multiple
life hack
thousands
on how
of
to not get
No,
Discord
it
They're
says
banned.
they have to do a
thousands
manual
of
view.
members.
They can't use the bot to view it.
Of course, they had multiple thousands of
There
members
are
and it ran multiple servers.
lots of
I think
other
they would
ways to view the
Okay,
server.
point
Cole.
being, I'm still saying that Discord's not gonna look at it. There's literally no reason for them to. The idea of the commune raid, unless Dan, which you've still not clarified, you said he does, he has, and then said Lamau and didn't finish it like Ty Gannon. Unless he has a screenshot or some sort of evidence like that, claiming that this is true, and you sent him to him, then he can't do it because it's literally just a rumor at that point. And it's gonna sound like another one of his
When did
schizo
Cole
rants.
threaten violence?
You both threatened violence. I threatened to shoot him with an Orbeez gun, and I didn't even.
Oh no, that is still.
And also, Dan, I don't think us
that's
threatening
different.
violence compares to his threats.
I
He
didn't-
literally wants to neuter
literally
me.
Metal BBs in specific chats.
He wants to make me a eunuch. Like,
No. That was a rumor. That was a rumor. The metal BBs were a rumor. He never was actually going to use them. I even told Seslav. Like, he asked me, is Cole going to use metal BBs? And I said, no.
mm-hmm.
No, I didn't. You did. You literally told him. This sent him in the spiral, Dan. If you hadn't told him, the raid wouldn't have ever happened. Let's be honest. Half of my plans fall through, and I never end up following through with them. Like, I've tried starting a Minecraft server like 7 times, mostly because aeronautics never actually ends up getting updated, and then I just sit there like sad and don't end up wanting to do it. But then I've also I don't know, I planned a proposed Tahoe trip and planned it down to the most minute detail. Oh, never happened. And then I proposed my fish festival with this and that and that. Oh,
I thought that did happen.
no, it's happened in the past, but not the recent one. It was supposed to come by, but it never ended up happening. Then
Why? Does it on a turnip?
even a fucking IHOP brunch with Charlie has fallen through.
And every single time you've invited me to Shabbat brunch.
Yeah, bro, my plans don't usually go through. I mean, I'm flattered that everyone thinks I'm such a Shlomo Sheckelstein that, I'm a Jewish overlord and run the world and able to, make good plan and take over everything. But I'm not. I don't have Jewish tunnels. That's a lie. Conspiracy. I know. Big wow. Klaus is actually not a real person. Again, couldn't do such a thing.
Yo, Cole, can you shut up? He's trying to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Hummus.
Boom!
Okay.
And Hamas. Okay, bye.
Cole, could you also wipe me out?
What do you mean?
Out of the chat. I was never here.
Did you text anything? You didn't text anything.
To what?
Just slowly delete it.
Daniel, you're being
I joined.
Okay, Dan and Ben, I need a response from both of you. Did either of you send anything to Seslov pertaining, like a screenshot of me, for instance, saying, "Oh, we do commune."
I don't think I've actually
I
ever
did
seen
not.
that stuff in general. So no. Let's see.
I don't think you've met him in person, Ben. There's like
I
a
say
few times.
he's
Man,
asked.
if you'd met him in
about being
person,
his-
you would
as-
not have those pearly white teeth.
No, I've never. I have not. Cool.
No, you've not. I think only a few people have. I don't even know if Teddy's met him.
Yeah, I have. I met him like 3 times, I think.
3 times. I've only.
No,
I've-
Teddy has met Seslo.
Yeah, I had him once over to my house, and then the other time was at D-Tech. Those are 2
Seslo.
times.
No, it was
And then-
3 times.
Wait, what was the third time?
Stupid idiot time.
What?
Stupid idiot time.
Okay. But Dan, did you send any screenshot of me saying something to Seth?
No.
No, not Dan. Dan.
Yeah, like that makes it.
Well, oh yeah, you're a hive mind. I forgot.
Fucker.
Dorkic hive mind. But you did. I didn't see it. Did you
Cool.
say yes or no?
Don't trust me, cool. I'm like the one person who's never betrayed anybody.
Cat.
It actually major cap, Ben.
What do you say?
I said major cap.
What does he have, Dan? What does he have? If I know what he has, I can like actually know what to say, and then minimize any like quote unquote collateral damage that you believe is going to exist. Like
What's-
basically, if you tell me what he has, we can work around that and I don't know, like, keep your names out as
Well,
much as possible,
yes.
which is going to be 0 in the first place. I didn't even
You
mention
have
you
said
directly. You were
Who
mentioned in a
actually has something to
screenshot.
hide that someone else might have?
What?
Who has stuff to hide?
No one.
Yes, I
literally have nothing to hide.
I got nothing to hide. Like
I
if
deleted my
I-
porn folder like a couple months ago.
I'd be fine.
have
like,
I have to
nothing
hide. I have to
either.
hide. I have to hide the nudes I sent to Cole Krakowski.
Oh yeah, sorry. Those
No,
I.
you don't have to hide them, Danny. You can show me.
I
But
mean,
like,
yeah, they have nothing to hide. I've literally seen Daniel's penis.
do you
before.
have a?
That's actually a true fact. This is a true fact. Though my glasses.
So have I. So have I.
And it's a fact we don't need to know, Cole.
And I
What
can
are you
tell you,
talking
it is
about?
very short and stout. Something I look for in my own meaning.
But
Like,
Dan,
Uh,
can you tell me exactly
You
what you
said
sent him,
stuff
or
from us.
he has?
I don't know. I don't know what Dan's talking about. Can you just delete my message of me even joining this chat and I'm gone?
No.
Bye bye, guys.
Goodbye.
Okay, so Dan,
That was
do you have
not
anything or no?
active.
In conclusion,
In conclusion,
Oh.
they're both dumb, and there is nothing to worry about.
so cool. Why wasn't
yes,
I
that's
allowed?
what I've been saying this whole time.
I don't know, Ben, because like they kind of wanted to keep it insulated. That was
I'm
the
like
main
the-
thing. You
I've
weren't
never-
involved in it directly,
Any-
so
Ever.
I know, Ben. I would have been fine with you being there, but they weren't. So I just kind of wanted to keep it
Okay.
as low as possible.
You could have said that.
Oh, sorry, I was in the middle of a conversation. Okay, basically, long story short, everyone's safe. Like now that I think we've talked through it. If Sezov has nothing on the
So what is
fusion rate,
Sezov's-
and to be honest, we could probably just play it off as another delusion that he had.
What is the Seslov situation?
Oh, okay. So here I can.
No, shut up. Just don't even get into it, okay? Honestly, it's all
Ben, if
over.
you don't already know, I don't
Ben-
think you deserve to be
Ben,
involved.
it's been explained to you before. I literally
No,
told
I know
you
a bunch of
everything.
it. I don't. I'm
He doesn't
sure there's
know
a
what's
vision.
happening right now.
No,
Okay.
it's that you don't.
I've told you everything that you need to know already. There's literally nothing important or interesting.
You say everything you need to know. You suggest that there are things that I don't know that you don't think I need to know. Is that true?
Yes, because you don't need to know them.
Okay.
There's literally nothing.
Here.
Listen, no. This is one of those moments where if we do spend an hour telling you about all the fucking little tiny shit that's happened, you're gonna be like, oh, okay. Ben, shut the fuck up, I'm talking. You're gonna be like, oh, it doesn't matter. I didn't really care that much.
Okay,
And then,
and
yeah.
I'm not gonna do an hour then. I'm just gonna give them a short relay of like the timeline of events. So
Just give me a.
Alright, whatever.
yeah, here, everyone else who doesn't want to listen to this can just go over to where Charlie is right now. But basically, Ben, what happened was that number one, the first thing that happened. Okay, I wasn't wanting to be moved. Okay, the first thing that happened was the quote unquote idea of the commune raid. Actually, here, wait, I'll move Charlie. Charlie, do you want to hear about what happened or no? Okay.
Nope. I don't know.
Charlie, do you want to hear about what happened?
No, he doesn't.
I think they're moving him.
Can we check logs?
Yeah, they're moving them. Whatever. Okay.
Actually, Teddy, you're on.
Okay, so yeah. So there was the idea of the commune raid, correct?
Yep.
That's
that was
the
the
first. That's the catalyst. I joked around about it. I talked about it. I planned it like I do with everything. I make a big plan and never go through with anything.
Yep.
And it was always bound to never happen because it required people to spend their own money, and they don't do that because everyone's cheap and won't spend their money.
Yep.
Even if it's like $15, but you know, whatever. Yep. But they will spend $40 on a pizza. I don't know why. Anyway.
They're also gonna go to prom, which is stupid.
Yeah, no. But basically, yeah, just go to Pride Prom. Anyway,
right.
It's free. But
is it or is it just free? You just walk in.
It's free. You just have to pre-register, and that's it.
I'm not going.
I'm going with a couple people actually tomorrow. Or sorry, not tomorrow. 2 days. Anyway, so there's that, right? There was the commune raid idea. I was talking about it. I told Daniel about it. I should not have done that. That I should not have done at all. Basically, Daniel then, because he's like retarded, thinks, oh, it's a great idea to make everyone more agitated and tell Seslov about it. Which, bad idea, right? Who would have thought? It's a bad idea. And then Seslov, Seslov gets told about it. Then like a day or two later, right, I go over to the commune with Harish. At that point, we did not yet think Seslov knew about the whole commune raid idea, right? Like, I didn't think he told him yet. And after the fight, Seslov says...
Where's the fight?
There was me and Seslov wrestled.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much? Like real fight or fake fight?
Like, it was like an actual wrestling match. I wrestled him to a standstill. And then I put my hand down his pants and he got up and he's like,
actually?
Yeah. I didn't even want to fight him. Literally, I walked around like an Edgar and was like, what up, Plo? What up, Kuh? And then pretended to be like a Mexican, and then Seslov got really angry and attacked me.
Wait, when you say down his pants, what do you mean?
Oh, like I stuck my hand down the back of his pants and touched his butt crack.
Okay, back of his pants. We're chilling.
Yeah. Then I fingered him a little bit too. Anyway, there was that. And then after the fight, Seslov's like, if you come to my commune with your little Orbeez guns, you will be sorely mistaken. And on the way back, after I full mooned Seslov, do you know what that is? Full mooning?
Flashing.
You pull down your pants, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
With your ass out. Anyway.
Why did you do that?
Because it was epic troll, pretty based, etc., etc. After that whole ordeal, I'm walking back to the train station with Harish, and we're talking, and we're saying, if Seslov's legitimately willing to, like, physically get in an altercation with me, over me calling him a twink on Discord. What do you think is going to happen if we shoot him with Orbeez guns in his commune?
Ain't good.
Yeah, basically not a good idea. Not a good idea. Stay away from that. So at that point, the plan was devised to basically just, I don't know, try and get him in trouble with the school. Because at that point, we were like genuinely worried he would like start being like super violent. Thing is, we didn't have any evidence at the time, right? A week later, I hang out with Dan and Dan. And they're talking, and we're talking, and we're kind of going back and forth about my military prowess and how I'm going to beat Seslov, right? Kind of as like a ploy, whatever.
Yeah.
Dan and Dan start talking about how Kostya is going to eat me and how they're going to use bricks and throw urine at us and make chemical gas bombs. I didn't believe them, right?
Wait, Dan?
Also... What?
Danis?
No, Seslov was going to do that.
Okay.
I didn't believe them, right? Because they kind of lie all the time.
Chemical bombs.
And what? What did you say?
Then Zeslav goes and makes some chemical bombs.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I made the quote unquote gun.
It's not. I'm telling you now, that gun will do more harm to you than it will do to anybody else.
I made the fire powder right the other day. Teddy Teddy has a video of it. Anyway.
Did it shoot?
No, I didn't use it on anything other than just testing out the powder. It smells like a fart though. Basically, after that, like a day or two later, as I'm doing like community service, Trevor starts frantically texting and calling me and tells me about how Seslov is trying to kill me, right? And is talking about how Seslov's saying all this shit and like being really crazy. And then Seslov starts doing, or Trevor and I talked to Harish about it, and me and Harish decide Trevor's going to do a psyop, basically, and like pretend to be friends with Seslov. Oh my god, Tanner's in the VC.
And I go...
That's scary. Anyway. So basically there's that. And at that point, I'm like, okay. So Seslov, or Trevor starts getting screenshots and collecting everything together. And we continue going like this, essentially gathering as much evidence as we need against Seslov.
Yep.
Then I have Dan and Dan over to my house like a week or two later after that. And at this point, I have a ton of info on Seslov, right? But they think Trevor's working with Seslov. But I don't want to blow that cover, because if I tell them, they're just going to tell Seslov and ramp it up even more. So I pretend to be like, oh, we're still doing the commune raid. I've ramped up production. I'm buying BB guns and full military uniforms for all of my soldiers. And we are going to march on Seslov's base with a tactical plan. And then me, Dan, and Dan started playing with like risk pieces and got a picture of the commune area and basically demonstrated how we could attack them, right? Which was more like fun for me because I just like doing that kind of stuff.
Yep, I know you do.
And in fact, I even said afterwards, hey, I should make this into a board game, which now I'm actually developing that.
Was making the board game. Attack his commune.
It's called Commune Assault. It will be $5.99 on for the box set, and another $5 for the D-Tech campaign expansion, which allows you to fight on the D-Tech campus, Oracle campus.
Oh my god, cool.
Anyway, so there's that. All of that part, right? So Seslov, basically I kind of lure them into thinking like I'm actually going to do it, right? And then like I even put on the whole show of me putting on my paintball armor, right? The one, you remember I bought that one? From when you were over at my house. Yeah, basically I bought that one. I put that on. I put my Stahlhelm on, which is the steel helmet. And I pulled out my BB gun and started saying, what up, Pro? What up, Kuh? And then had Dan hit me in the chest with a steel pipe or the copper pipe to demonstrate how it wouldn't hurt, because it doesn't. And then Dan hit me over the head and it was fine. And I shot myself in the head with the BB gun and nothing happened. And I was like, what up, Pro? and Sezlov's like frantically talking in Russian, right? Then
Is he there?
what? He was on a video call.
Oh, video call. Okay.
Yeah, it was basically like a way to kind of like scare him, right? And Trevor texted me the next day saying Sezlov seems pretty freaked out. He thinks you actually have like an army of weapons or army of people with weapons. And I even told, by the way, with Dan and Dan, I said Ben Herman Machine Works is making me a potato cannon that I will use to shoot Sezlov with.
No, I'm not. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I know. I was basically like, I lied to their faces, right? And because they're kind of not very smart. They're not very clever. They believed me.
Okay.
And so, fast forward a little while, right? I'm still like, of course I'm planning to do commune raid, but it's never going to end up happening because it requires people to spend a lot of money. So at this point, the uniforms, people are actually buying those to go and do paintball with me now. And airsoft. So that's why I have those in my house right now. And basically, we're planning all of this stuff out, and I'm just collecting info on Sezlov. Then we hear all about all this schizo shit. Sezlov, like, his brother's saying Sezlov has schizophrenia. Dan and Den are saying he has schizophrenia. Sezlov and Vlad are both saying he has schizophrenia. Sezlov himself. So at this point, you know, he's crazy. Sezlov's confirmed it. His friends have confirmed it. And his brothers confirmed it. At least allegedly. So, with all that in mind, I'm like, fuck, this kid needs to go to like an actual asylum, right? Because at this point, I'm worried he's going to either hurt me, Harish, or go to or hurt someone at school.
And then Sezlov was a very big stupid.
Yeah, then Sezlov, we kind of waited and procrastinated a lot on telling him. Then I had that argument with Trevor, and Trevor deleted all the evidence, but then like gave it back to me a little later. Yada yada yada. Essentially, after that, all of that stuff, Sezlov, we wait kind of for the perfect time, and Sezlov fucking does it himself and does the shit with the cross, right? And then I'm like, this is the perfect time to strike. Because I tell Torben about it, Torben gets involved. I tell Harish, and then me and all of them start writing an anonymous report to the Burlingame High School District, or Burlingame High School thing in the San Mateo Union High School District, and then send a file. Now we're writing an email response back to the principal after she responded. Dan,
What'd she say?
She said, "Oh, this looks concerning. Thank you for reaching out. Some of this looks like it was from middle school. Is that true? Et cetera, et cetera." And now we're writing out a whole note. Dan and Den do the classic thing of trying to incite fear in everyone because they over dramatize everything. And I tell them, "No, you're fucking retarded." Oh, I realize I'm still recording. Okay. Whatever. I'm gonna continue. I'll finish it and use this. I'll cut pieces out to use this for later evidence, essentially. After whatever, I sent all that stuff. Then Dan and Den get pulled into a meeting. They already were pulled. I'm pretty sure they were already pulled into a meeting over the Sezlov Cross incident, but they got pulled into another meeting because of their names being mentioned in a screenshot. They weren't in trouble. They were actually pulled in to ask if they were okay because the screenshot implied that they were in danger, which is the one of Sezlov listing out who he thought was on my team for the quote-unquote raid that was definitely 100% going to happen. And basically, right, that's why they also called in Torben and Harish, because they in the screenshot, Sezlov said Harish literally ran away from me the last time he saw me, and Torben, he called Torben a femboy twink or something like that. Etc., etc. So they pulled in all of those people. Then, I don't know, Dan and Den thought I was going after them, even though I literally had zero reason to. And, but then that call basically earlier was to clarify, I don't have anything against you. There's no reason for me to have anything against you. You're fine. I'm literally just trying. Me, Harish, Trevor, etc. are just trying to stop Seslov. That's it.
Why does Dan seem like he's partially on Seslov's side?
I have no fucking clue. The kid literally, Dan and Dan both said they were taking a detox from Seslov and we're not gonna talk to him again unless he changes. But then 6 months later, they're fucking going into the commune. They're fucking smothering themselves in mud and like screaming in tongues out in the middle of like behind a school.
Oh god, Dan, he's too goofy.
So basically, all of this, you combine all of this stuff together, and you get whatever this whole mess is.
Too goofy.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
So now you're just gonna chill.
Yeah, no, because now I gotta finish writing the letter
Oh
to
yeah,
the principal,
yeah.
and then Harish needs to tomorrow go back to the principal and say, because they asked Harish if he felt threatened by Seslov, and we're trying to get him to say that, and Harish said no, but what he should have done is actually said yes, and I'm getting him to go back tomorrow and say, I actually did feel threatened, but I was scared because I thought Seslov might come after me.
Perfect.
So then basically that's it, and that's the whole story.
Golokowski casually ruining someone's life.
Yeah, basically. What?
But yeah, at the same time,
I'm just explaining.
probably for the best.
No, I'm just explaining what
Probably
this whole
for the
event
best.
is going on.
Okay. Great. Bye.